Welcome to Free World channel. I'm Jane Wathome. In the last 3 videos, we have focused on shame, the power of shame in sustaining a rape-tolerant world in our midst. We have looked at shame as the tsunami of the soul. It torments the survivors. We've looked at shame as a convenient excuse for some people to want to do nothing about the issue. We've also challenged the way shame, blame, and responsibility are assigned whenever rape occurs in our midst. So today we end our March series by even a louder call to begin to assign the shame, the blame, and the responsibility where it rightly belongs, and often is not with the rape survivors. So let us begin with rape survivors who often succumb to their shame and commit suicide. They're the least talked about. They are often invisible. Such is the case of Nelly, a university graduate full of life working as a journalist in Uganda. She succumbed to the shame and humiliation after she was raped and committed suicide. Her Christian parents were so embarrassed and ashamed that she was raped and that she committed suicide. So in the words of one of Nelly's friends, she was buried like a dog because her parents denied her a decent burial because she was raped. So who carries the shame? Is it Nelly, who was raped, committed suicide, or is the Christian parents who disown her even in death? Then there are those men and women who hunt, sell, and resell the flesh of young boys and girls for sex. Politically correct language calls this human trafficking. Imagine a frightened 12-year-old girl sold into sex slavery and is likely rescued from some dingy brothel in Manila, in New York City, or Mumbai. Why does she have to live with shame the rest of her life? Why isn't the badge of shame plastered on the pimps and the transnational traffickers? Politically correct language calls them astute businessmen and women. Why isn't the blame put on the law enforcement, who do little or nothing, or simply look the other way? Can you imagine the mental turmoil Joseph, a husband lost in daze and silent grief, is going through? Joseph lives in a village in Central Africa Republic. He just became a widower. His wife was gang raped and murdered by one of the United Nations peacekeeping soldiers. Joseph is overwhelmed and consumed with shame. That tsunami of the soul is in torment. Why is he feeling that shame? Because in his culture, his manhood and sense of dignity, sense of worth has just been shattered. His ability to protect that which is most precious to him, his wife, has just been taken away. In this culture, Joseph has become a nobody and will be a nobody for the rest of his life, hence the shame. His culture will wrap this incident around his neck for the rest of his life. He's the man who was not there to protect his wife, hence the shame. So I ask why? Why is it the soldier or soldiers who gang raped and murdered Joseph's wife the ones to carry this shame with them the rest of their lives? Why? Do you realize how powerful technology is as a global distributor for shame when it comes to rape? Incidents abound of rapists recording and posting rape scenes live for the whole world to see their conquests, as they call it. The world gleefully distributes the savage scenes by clicking, by liking, by commenting, and by sharing the rape scenes. The rape survivors, if they survive at all, have to live with this shame the rest of their lives. So why doesn't culture wrap shame on the rapists? Why aren't they hanging their heads down in shame instead? What about the digital platforms that allow the global distribution of such dehumanizing ugliness in the name of entertainment or free speech? Shouldn't they bear some responsibility, some shame, some accountability too? You decide. Thank you for watching. Please check my other videos, comment, share, and subscribe so you may be notified when new content is uploaded. Also check my Facebook for regular updates on this audacious vision and my web page for consulting services and bookings.